to all of my 14 subscribers. I bet someday you guys will actually see me making a video where I'm sitting up. But I guess today I kind of want to talk about the National Suicide Hotline and why it's pretty good to call them. I mean, not just like for fun, but if you actually need help. This is kind of weird to talk about, especially since I haven't made that many videos, so I don't know what you guys expect from me to talk about, but it was about 2 weeks ago when I called them. I was having a really bad day. I moved in with my dad recently because I completely failed on moving out on my own, and it's been difficult. I mean, the reason I moved out is because my family's just a really negative environment, and I already have like bipolar disorder and all kinds of other shit that's wrong with me, so it's not really something that I can handle on top of what I already have wrong with me. And I was freaking out, and I started taking a couple of sleeping pills, and I was just like, I should just take the whole thing. I mean, because what does it matter? I'm going to a shitty little school, and I can't take care of myself. I have to have everybody take care of me, and I can tell they're getting sick of it. So, like, right when I was probably on my, like, 4th pill, because I have tried to kill myself when I was around 16, and I did, like, 30, just gulped them down at the same time, and you're gonna puke, just to let you know. You are going to throw up if you take 30 pills at the same time. Anyway, so around the 4th pill, I decided, you know what, it's gonna really suck for anybody that does care about me if I do this. So I'm gonna see if there's anybody that I can call that won't trace my call and, have the police come get me and take me to the station until they can find a little hospital bed for me to sleep in while they pump me up full of tranquilizers until, I'm just magically zombified and happy. And I just searched around on Google for different places I could call, and there's like a county hotline and a state hotline, and then there's the national hotline. And I decided to call the national hotline because, well, if I do get traced, it might be a little bit harder for them to find me than, the county one. They have way less of an area to look through. And so I ended up calling them, and of course I was like crying my eyes out because, you do that when you want to die. And it's not funny, I'm just trying to smile so I don't get, upset. So I called them, and I stopped crying long enough to say, hey, if somebody calls you and they tell you about, wanting to kill themselves, do you trace their calls? And they were like, nope, we only call if you have already done something in order to kill yourself, such as, you've already slit your wrists, or you're sitting over the edge of the highway, and, something really major. They don't call just because you are thinking about it. I was like, okay, 'cause I need to talk to you. And, spent the next 40 minutes crying about, like, everything bad that's happened to me in the past 5 years, I guess, because around 14 was when my life started to get a little shitty. And, well, I mean, another level of shitty. It's always been kind of shitty. But, she was really awesome, and her name was Jessica. She was getting her bachelor's degree in sociology right now, and it was a way for her to learn how she was going to interact with people to do this, because, I don't know, I guess I was weird, but I kind of wanted to know a little bit about her before I just spilled my guts out to her, and they're totally okay with, telling you their side of their life, if that's what you want. And if you don't care, then they're not going to tell you. This can be all about you, if that's what you need. And, she gave me a lot of good advice, told me to write down different things that happen to me during the day and see what triggers me to get so upset. And then after I learn how to, notice what's upsetting me, I can either learn how to avoid it or learn a way to distract myself from it. And, there's a lot of stuff that's happened to me that I've kind of blamed myself for. And, as much as you know that a lot of the things that have happened to you are not necessarily your fault, you just always blame yourself when you're upset because you you just hate yourself, and you need a reason to hate yourself because you have this horrible self-esteem and you just want to die, and you think you need a reason to die, but you don't. There's no reason to. There's always a way to get better. You can never come up with a good enough reason to take your own life, and like, I'm not judging you for you wanting to, because I have wanted to several times throughout my life and have tried, like 3 times. But like, you always have something to give back to some part of this world. There's no reason that you don't deserve to be here any more or less than anyone else on this planet. You can be as good or bad of a person as you want to be, and just because of this point in your life or anything that you've done in your past doesn't make it doesn't destroy your future. You can always build up from where you are, even if you're at rock bottom. Anyway, and I got off the phone with her and I felt so much better, and I haven't had another breakdown since. Not a big one. I mean, I've cried, but I haven't like cut myself up and took a bunch of pills since that happened. So I'll put a link in the description box for the National Suicide Hotline, and if you guys like ever need to talk to anybody and you don't want to have to call somebody in case you are still scared of getting traced or whatever, even though they don't, you can talk to me. Really, I love helping people, and so if you would just not need someone to talk to, I can be there. And by the way, I'm sorry that I keep like looking away from the camera. I'm like imagining actually talking to 14 different people at the same time, and it's making me nervous, but I will get used to this. Okay, bye.